Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, that is The Changing Life. My name is Harsha Srivastav, and as always I am with my friend Anmol Srivastav. So today we are going to discuss about a very interesting and good topic. The topic is that why the tech king, that is the Google, had invested $10 billion in the India. So it has been a matter of very proud, not only the proud, but also the matter of happiness that the big tech company, that is a Google, had invested such a big amount in the India. I am very pleased to tell you that it has been invested for the India's digitalization fund, and in India's digitalization funds, it is for the various purposes, and it is definitely be able to prove the as a backend for the backend and a backbone for the IT companies of the India. Now I am going to tell about why the Google has invested this such amount of money for the India's digitalization fund. So the first thing is that Google had invested because of so that each country, each citizen of the our country, that is India, can have the access to the information in their own language, because we are very familiar to the software and apps of the Google, like Google Translate, in which you can be able to translate over hundreds of the languages to the hundreds of the languages, and especially in the Indian languages, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, and a lot of languages are there. So in order that every Indian citizen can get the information into their own language, into their own local language or the language of the state, the Google had invested this money, because so that they can be able to access the information and understand the information in a more lucid and more good way, so that the transparency of the information would be increased. So it is one of the purpose. The second thing that I want to tell you, that it had invested so that in order to fulfill the India's needs. Now I am telling you some of the India's needs. Like you know about that flood is a very common calamity in the India, especially in some states like Bihar and some northeastern states of our country. The flood has been a very common calamity. So in order to develop such type of a software like flood forecasting and flood management systems, smart AI based systems, so that they can manage the flood and all other calamities, and also there are a lot of needs of the India. So for fulfilling that need, Google has invested this amount of the money. The third thing that I want to tell you, that for the business purposes, to support and to provide a backbone to the Indian businessman, either be a small scale businessman, either be a medium scale businessman, or even the big businessman, great businessman. India has provided the fund for that purpose. You are very familiar to some of the Google services like the Google Business, in which Google is allowing you to have your business in the online platform with the Google Business, and taking a minimal charge for that, for the advertisement of the business and for the coming of the work to your business. So it is Google Business is there, and lot of other things they are being going to happen due to the vast and good amount of investment by the Google. The last thing that I want to tell you about, this money has invested because to enhance the leveraging technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning, so that the India's health, agricultural system, education system, and employability and lot of things can be increased. Now let me take an example to make you understand about that. That nowadays that India has adopted some of the advanced equipment for the healthcare and the medical facilities that has been funded from the foreign companies, and especially Google is trying to do that, so that we can be able to we can be able to get the world class health facilities by the use of such equipment, such machines. The detection of the problem and the treatment of the problem can be made so easy with the help of that. So it is the purpose of the why the Google has invested the money. And I also want to tell you that it will definitely be act as an big bone and backbone and a great support to the India's entrepreneurs, and not only the entrepreneurs but also the new startups. India is trying to the Google is trying to fund some of the new startups and some of the existing IT companies, so that they can be able to develop something great inside their country. As we all know that today is the time where we are trying to protest the China's technologies, and we are trying to boycott the technologies. Although it is not so easy to boycott, but I am definitely sure that by the investment of the Google, it will definitely be able to eradicate it will definitely be able to reduce the use of the China's apps and technologies. So let me have an opinion of my friend Anmol in this topic.
Yeah, so I have also a same opinion regarding this topic, that why Google invested a big amount of fund in India's development, for the development of India's economy, and especially the rural economy, to support the rural economy especially.
Yes.
Google invested 75,000 crore rupees in India's development, and actually Google invested this big sum of money for a year, for 5 to 7 years, in a lump sum of 5 to 7 years, and it has invested this lump sum of money through a various mediums, like partnership, like through organizational, like economic ecosystems, through equity investment.
Yes.
So through these funds, Google has invested this big sum of money in India's economy. So what is the need? Why Google invested this big sum of money in India's economy? It is because just to develop the rural economy. Because in India, in order to develop the India, it is very necessary for a holistic development of India to help the rural economy, to spreading the technologies across the every spheres of our country, and especially in a rural economy. So that's why Google had invested this lump sum of money, so that people in the rural areas can able to access the information, can able to get adhere in themselves for the use of the internet, and can take the benefits of using the internet. That is the main aim of why Google invested this sum of money in India's economy, and to develop especially the rural economy, to connect the rural economy through a urban economy.
Yes.
To make the rural economy as a global and a digital village. Second big purpose why Google invested this sum of money, to solve some major problems of India, as he told, like controlling of floods, controlling and monitoring of earthquakes, and other natural calamities that do arises every year.
Weather forecasting is there.
So through the different technique, as he told about, like weather forecasting, health and weather forecasting, providing the necessary different equipments to help them, the government of India, to forecast and predict the weather more accurately, and to take the necessary action for that. So that is the main purpose. And the third major purpose why Google invested this big sum of money is just to just to help the small and medium scale enterprises to grow and to develop themselves, just to connect them with all the big businessmen, big companies, and to make them very easy to take the orders from a big company.
Yes.
Rural and medium and small industries are accountable for most of the parts, for the most of the contribution in the GDP of a country, and it provides employment to lakhs and crores of our youth. So therefore, Google taken the initiative to develop these small and medium scale enterprises.
Yes.
And connecting them, making them to digitalize their offering, digitalize their service from online. As he told that introduction of a Google My Business, that has act as an instrumental in developing the small and connecting the small and medium enterprises from online. They can promote and advertise their business, their offering, their services, their products through digital manner, through an
Yes.
online manner, and with a free of cost. You don't need to pay much for this.
Yes.
Like setting up a Google store in your computer or laptop. You just don't no need to have your own physical store, physical shop for that.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So actually, and the third and fourth and major objective of investing this big sum of money is just to introduce the technology, to enhance the technological sector of our country, and to collaborate and to implement the use of artificial intelligence, big data, and that Internet of Things for the use in the healthcare, hospitality, education, agriculture, and mining, transportation, railways, every sector, to implement the use of artificial intelligence in all this sector, especially in the healthcare sector, because in healthcare sector there is more need to get a more accurate data regarding a patient, regarding their data regarding the surgeries and important major operations
Medical reports.
and medical reports. So just to connect these hospitals with the help of their artificial intelligence and digital manner through means. So these are the main purpose why Google invested this sum of money. Actually, there is one important purpose for investing this sum of money is to make India self-reliant, to self-dependent,
Yes.
not to depend on the foreign economy for the import and all these things, to manufacture their products in a domestic economy and to sell out these products and to fulfill the demands for domestic economy.
Yes.
So making India, it promote the Prime Minister Narendra Modi mission, that is the Make in India and Digital India mission. And you can also
the
say
Atmanirbhar
that
Bharat mission.
Atmanirbhar Bharat or
Yes.
Mahatma Gandhi mission, that is the Swadeshi movement.
Yes,
So
actually.
that's a big purpose for this, and I hope that this will act as a big indicator and promoter in development of our economy, and especially the rural economy. And I think that a time will come that we will enjoy the high speed internet connectivity through a 5G and use of artificial intelligence in every spheres of our life, and we will get a part of a technology itself.
Yes.
And thank you. That's what I want to say. Hope you
Yes.
like it.
Yes, actually, that's all for the discussion of the Google's why Google is investing the money. So thank you to all my listeners and goodbye.